Okay, so the first map in this list is Block. This isn't necessarily in any order, although Block is definitely one of my favourites. It's a brilliant sniper map with so many different places to snipe from, and there's a lot of visually nice. You can see the ring there, the Chernobyl wheel in the background, the abandoned Chernobyl. This sort of urban decay is all beautifully modelled on this map. I mean, even the graffiti looks super realistic. I mean, look at that, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Reminds me of when I've been in some shitty parts of London actually, although these are typical Eastern Bloc style flats for the large working class out in places like Russia or any Eastern Bloc country. In fact, they have these massive housing places, and it's just a very pretty level. Look at all the nice graffiti, like it's all been beautifully modelled, and the sniping spots are really fun. I just have to dispatch a bot there, there we go. And basically it's one of those maps that even no matter how many times you play it, you never seem to discover everything, which is a good quality, because a lot of maps tend to get very over familiar and bored with. This one has so many different lines through it, different places where you can try and get hits from. The sky's the limit, and just behind that one there is like a swimming pool abandoned as well. Oh yeah, and also I should just mention that you can glitch on this game. It's not easy to pull off, but there is actually glitches where you can go higher up the block of flats, and for this reason, you know, this is a really fun map. I always enjoy playing sniper here, getting a few headshot kills. And another thing about this map is there was some fun glitches. Although you can only get to the first floor of the buildings, there was actually one to glitch and go right to the top, which is just another cool feature, and it makes that map pretty epic. Okay, so the second map is Crossfire. This is another map that I really rate. As you can see, I'm just playing with a few bots. So basically, this is another map that suits sniper. The Dragonov, which was one of the funnest snipers to play with. There's so many sniping spots, and so many different ways you can approach the map. And on top of that, artistically, it's like Block, I was saying, is a pretty map. This is like a pretty map as well. Works really well on search and destroy. When you remember where the bombs are placed, it's very strategically interesting. There's like a little market over there. You can see that bus just to the right of that. There's a market where the fruit goes flying when you start shooting at the enemy, and vice versa. And so this also just demonstrating some sniper spots here. There's so many variations from the sniper spots in this map that you don't tend to get caught out too often, because you can make just slight adjustments and you're in a fresh spot. The enemy won't necessarily know where you are. Something that's good about sniping on a move there as a whole. So moving on to Vacant. This is another map. It's very popular among people who play the game. Always have been. And another one that is just artistically impressive, especially for the fact that Modern Warfare, when it was released and so on, although this is a remastered version, the differences are not too big. And obviously, I like playing Sniper. This again, although not the biggest map, has a lot of really good sniping spots. And it has that nice kind of similar to Block in a way, although it's lighter in vacant blocks. The weather in blocks sort of gloomy, gives it a gloomy feel. This one is a little bit more positive because it's brilliant sunshine. However, because of the scenery, it does still give somewhat more than it's cool. I like that Chernobyl style, like sort of nuclear fallout zones. As you can see, there's plenty of fun sniper spots here. This one plays really well on Search and Destroy as well. I like classic games of Search and Destroy. A lot of this map is just people just hanging out in various spots. I don't know if I'd call it camping because it's just strategically the smart thing to do, but generally when you're at this far room here, you're kind of guarding this door and whilst keeping an eye on the door over on the other side as well. It's the easy way to rack up kills. To go through that doorway, you'd be a sitting duck, and it's risky. So a lot of people, as you can see, they tend to hang around that door, and while the enemy try to get through it, they probably spawn this one before too long.
UAV is airborne. We've lost the lead.
So another one, countdown this time, and this is another map where sniping can be used really well, although you could kind of take many different approaches to it, because these aircraft hangars are fairly easy to storm with a submachine gun or similar weapon. But at the same time, the breadth of this map, as you can see, all this area is good sniping area. An interesting one on Search and Destroy. It's very much like a quick map on Search and Destroy. And the enemy can sometimes take you out right at the start using tubes, which is kind of frustrating. Search and Destroy on this, you have to be quick with it or you can end up dead. Also, I like the way the sort of airfield there with all the silos and so on. They have these little shields on wheels on. If you've got FMJ enabled, those aren't going to stop you. You can get some nice kills just slicing through those areas. As you can see, I was on a roll when I was playing this. Also, I love the way like the smoke rises out of them, and you can actually jump down them to your doom. You can jump in the silos, small things like that. But even so, it's nice that the developers have done it, and fun to do those kind of things. Definitely one of my favourite maps. This one, along with the others in this list. Okay, so moving on to Ambush. Another classic map with a really memorable classic feel to it. This is a fun one because it has so many spots where you can actually glitch. All these buildings that I'm surrounded by, as you can see, a lot of them you're not really supposed to be able to access, but if you know how to glitch, you can actually gain access to them, which is fun, you know, and especially if you use it in multiplayer. Whilst if you're successful in using your sleight of hand to get into one of these spots, the enemy generally don't see you for a while, so you can shoot them. Meanwhile, as you can see, I'm trying to do a lot of them while I'm playing Team Deathmatch. I guess the only drawback with the glitches is that whilst you're in the middle of a match, they're tricky because you're just going to come on fire. Yeah, another one based in, I guess, sort of pseudo-Taliban territory, nice and sunny, everything heavily hit by the air, and just a really neat map. Another one that you can use as a sniper. There's some buildings with good sniping spots, but not necessarily, because through the middle is what close combat, etc. So again, makes for really good search and destroy matches. Search and destroy on Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, is probably in my view, it's got the most strong, well thought out search and destroy maps, as with a lot of these Modern Warfare maps, it's also an attractive map visually. I like the way they've got the smoke effects and so on and so forth, and really this game is just so well put together. All of these maps are all like thought out very, very intelligently. I think although a lot of the more modern Call of Duty maps might be prettier, just the balance and the way these maps play is pretty intelligent. I would say whoever the level design skills here are just strong in general. So that concludes the first 5 on my list of Modern Warfare maps that I love to play, and why not, you know, you can share your own views in the comments below. Cheers guys, and I'll see you for another one of these soon.